Welcome to the Port Charles Update with your hosts, Mish and Mel.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, what a crazy week.
Well, on this beautiful Friday, I really wanted to start with one of your favorite storylines. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Anna. so so this is where it gets me, okay? You brought home an imaginary friend. Who hasn't? That to me is not the messed up part. What I found the most disturbing is dressing up your imaginary friend. Like when he was there in the
Oh
doctor
my
outfit, I was
god.
like, wait a second. I know you're not okay. And I know you're talking to a ghost Peter, but why are you playing dress up with Peter?
Okay, so you know exactly how I feel about the storyline, and so do all of our listeners. But when I saw him dressed up, because you kind of like don't totally pan over, you just kind of see somebody off to the side in the corner.
Hmm.
And then when they actually showed his face, I legit busted out laughing. I was like, okay, so they're pulling me in because they're being silly. Like, fine, I'll tolerate it one more episode.
It was just weird, but we're getting a lot of messaging, and it's like some of it's confusing. Like there's this
Yes.
malicious tone. Use Felicia. Ask her a question. And you're like, okay, I think she
She's
can.
family.
Yeah, she can pull that off. You can totally ask Felicia, hey, what up with Brit? And then just goes from there. But then the other part, which is kind of funny, is like, I'm going to go after Brit. And I don't know how that's going to fare with Jason's new lifestyle, which is no risk taking.
All of it's so strange. I don't know how it's all going to come together. She lives in an apartment with Emma, who's like so glad that her perfect little grandma, who shoves a TV in front of her to keep her busy and distract her, is back home.
Okay, the thing that's funny when you talk about Emma just shoving Anna in front of a TV, that's also another funny Anna moment for me.
Yeah.
So when her and Emma were at the pool, she literally shoved the phone at her and was like, Google Toronto.
No,
Toronto.
but
Look at
shout
Toronto on the
out.
phone. I
I know I'm not Toronto, but I
No,
am
you're not.
Ontario. I'm Ontario, but you know the funny thing is, every time you say you're from London, Ontario, nobody knows where the heck it is. So you always have to talk about it in relation to Toronto. Oh, we're 2 hours west from Toronto. So I still feel it was like a quiet teasing slash shout out.
But also why I thought that was like interesting timing is because same day you have, is it Tamara Braun, the girl who played Carly originally?
Mhm.
She was posting that she's going to TIFF. And
Stop.
then so that very day, she posted a video about like she's apologizing for pronouncing Toronto wrong because she was saying Toronto. And
Yeah.
so I was laughing because I watched that and then I watched in a hospital where they were also shouting out Toronto.
Amazing. Love it.
Okay, so yes, you're talking about the pool. So like she tries to busy Emma. I mean, Emma needs to be busy on so
She
many levels.
does.
It's
Oh
getting
my god.
so desperate. It's like,
Sad.
hey, it's like she's just, like self-fulfilling prophecy. Hey, and are you
Yes.
going to be busy? So I thought instead of asking you what's going on and what's like coming up in your new schedule and just showing some kind of excitement for his new project, because if you are informed, I think you're going to feel involved and I think you'll understand how to plan things. But instead, she just sought out rejection. She's like, I think he's going to be busy, so I'm going to do all these things and call it a surprise and then get 20 million no's from him.
Okay, now you're making me think about Anna, and she did have another funny line. She was like, "So have you heard about weekends? That's also a thing, guys."
Because if you don't have a longer stretch, we have shorter parts of the week. That's how that works. Did you want to
Yeah,
try it?
a lot of people are doing it. I say hop
It's
on the
the blind
bandwagon.
leading the blind at this point between the two of them. But Anna, despite that analogy, has her eyes fixed on Brit. And it's just odd, right? Because we're watching the cutest interaction between Brit
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rocco.
Mhm.
And just because that really reminded me how long we haven't seen them on screen together. To the
Right?
point that he didn't know she wasn't dying. That's
I
pretty bad.
couldn't.
Like,
So
this
bad.
kid has been through a lot, and to be holding this idea that, like, I could lose her at any time, it's just not okay. And then she shows up there, and we know that a lot of this is happening in her mind. And what's hilarious about this whole storyline where Anna's acting erratic, but, like, it's like a secret, I just always felt that way. I've
Okay,
always felt that way, that Anna's acting erratic and it's a secret that I know. So it's really meta to me, this
no, but
storyline.
legit though, like seriously, like when you watch it, like literally nobody is catching her like big eyes, her like
Hmm.
strange way she carries herself and is engaging in conversation with no eye contact. Like we've always seen this and we're like, oh, so like was there always a Peter?
Just like how no one would notice that, hey, they talk a lot about how good at her job she is. The crying every time she has to do her job, how many times she needs to, consult a criminal. That she's not how do you say that? She's not the kind of person that cooperates and collaborates with colleagues because she's always outsourcing, despite the fact that she has the whole PCPD at her disposal.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe Anna is efficient. Don't cry on your own time. Cry in a place where you get paid by a corporation or
Maybe,
the city.
maybe. But look, I mean, Brit thinks she's gonna get some help.
Yeah.
I
I'm hating all of this, honestly.
Well, when I heard her talking to Rocco, I felt like, okay, wow, this is Brit really trying to, I guess, make up for things with her mom, and I think it would mean a lot given what's gone on to be
Yeah.
able to give her some information. But it does make me see that Cassius is going to be out for a while. Like we're not going to get to Cassius soon back in any storyline, but it makes me wonder because of how cool this Cassius character is and how they had written it and how it went.
Mhm.
I kind of wonder if the actor is like really willing to do more on and off stuff. Like we know he doesn't want to be there kind of permanently, right? He has other projects. He does holiday movies and he has his storyline and all these other things that he likes to do.
I would love that. Like, not having a permanent spot is fine with me as long as
Yeah.
he plays a part in this story as we move forward. Like, I would absolutely love that.
Yeah. As long as Cassius shows up being Cassius, I'm all for it. And that there's like always this unfinished business with Jocelyn and they interact and they have
Yes.
that, I am
So
so
good.
down. But also, Brit's got to watch her back. Just putting that out there.
Brit really needs to learn some self-defense. She's been in situations
100%.
more than once where this girl needs to learn how to defend herself.
No, I think that's like a really good recommendation. I really do. So Rocco is busy. He's like working,
Busy.
taking on shifts because Danny can't be around Scout.
Mhm.
Listen, when I saw Scout's first scene with her dad, like just solo,
Yes.
I honestly thought she was gonna have her Sam moment.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I thought she was gonna have her moment. I thought she was gonna tell her dad off, but she just remained really respectful and mindful of the fact that he was like half dead for a while.
Which she
And
preferred.
yeah, and I don't blame the girl, but
No.
I guess I was really, really disappointed because I don't see moving forward how you cannot have that type of moment. Like, this is Sam's daughter, and we talked about this, like, when he showed up at Alexis and hugged her, we're like, "This is amazing," because Scout is older and she has a voice. Unless that's part of her, character development is her finding her voice. Like, if you think about now that I'm thinking about it, the scenes with her and Rocco, he
Yes.
just started kind of telling her, like, "You gotta just find a way to do what you wanna do."
Oh, I love that journey for her and exactly
Okay.
that. When he said that, I feel like she's in a place where she needs to find her own space to grow. She literally cannot do anything. She has a babysitter and from what we can tell with her character, she's anywhere between like 14 and 16,
I would
maybe?
say, yeah. Yeah.
And she has somebody following her around that literally listens to everything she says and reports back to her dad. Her dad doesn't let her see anybody except for kind of Rocco, but she is very kind of removed from her life. So yeah, she's got to stand on her own 2 feet, and it's coming, and I can't wait for it because they keep amping up the drewness of it all. And at some
Yeah.
point, the only person who's going to pop that bubble is his daughter.
Yeah. I think that now that we're talking about it, it makes more sense to me because I was so disappointed.
Hmm.
And I mean, look, we have things we want for Drew. We're looking for him to kind of evolve, and that's not really what we're getting right away.
No.
And it's so funny how, depending on who's in a scene, how I feel about it. Because when Brennan blackmailed Drew originally, I was so angry.
Yes.
I was so angry. But then in this scene with Alexis today, I wasn't as angry at Jack.
No, I kind of actually liked him, and I was really upset with myself.
Yeah, it was really confusing because I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel differently right now. And I think I'm going to just blame Willow. I think Willow is what messes it up in terms of how I see Drew, because she's awful too. And if I have to choose between the two awful, I'll choose Drew because of her recent actions. But I
Yes.
guess at the end of the day, like once they're in separate scenes, I realize I don't like either.
That is very fair.
That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So Scout will have her time. It's building.
Well,
It's building for her. I did find it really difficult to get through their scenes together. I found it really difficult to hear Drew's like incoherent logic, this whole it's for your own good. And
Yes.
how, like when it comes to Alexis and Molly, it makes zero sense. And then we're seeing different scenes with Drew. So we're seeing how he is with Scout. He's really obsessed with Alexis not liking him, by the way.
I
She
know.
doesn't like me. And like he tells other people's conviction. Like that was this whole premise of going to see Curtis, which by the way is friends with Alexis.
Yes.
Okay. And so he keeps repeating that to other people. Like Alexis like hates me. And she took care of my daughter when I couldn't. And because she hates me, she probably said all kinds of bad stuff. It's like, could you just ask? And even Alexis
I
was like,
know.
no, like I hate you. It's not like it's a secret. But I also understand that Scout loves you. So therefore respect.
Right?
And he can't, as an
he
adult
can't.
man, can't put that together. And the fact that he's like, I can't have around these dangerous people, but like, hello, like Willow. Like,
I know.
the Willow of it all. You don't think it was better that your daughter stayed at Alexis's house instead of the woman who shot you in the back twice?
His perspective on people's real skewed.
But I'm starting to understand his perspective on Sunny.
Tell me, explain.
Because I was not understanding for all of the week.
I still don't understand. Tell me more.
So, as Charlotte even referenced it, and I kind of feel bad for Dante. So, Drew hates Danny because of his father,
Yeah.
Jason. When it comes to Rocco, nobody remembers Dante, and he's seen as Sunny's grandchild.
Oh, yeah.
And so it has more to do with the fact that like Rocco is going to date Scout.
I love it. I love it hard.
So could you imagine he hates Sunny? And it's like, again, Rocco is very removed. Like he's a teenage boy who's honestly really close with his grandpa and talks to him about the times he shot people.
So cute.
But he's just a regular kid.
Totally.
Regular kid. So that's what I figured out. And I don't know about you, but there were, I don't know, maybe there weren't times. Maybe it was in my head. But were there, let me ask, let me put it out there.
I would love to be part of this.
Absolutely. Were there times in the podcast where we wish for like more business storylines?
Yeah, you said it all the time.
Okay, so I did say it. It wasn't just in my head. That's scary.
No.
Like the fact that I say a lot of stuff in my podcast that I think are my inner thoughts in my own head.
That's okay. Yeah, I thought you wanted some
Anna,
props, and
everyone.
you wanted me to be your cheerleader. I was like, I'm for it. Yes, you did. Tell me more.
I'm so Anna. Okay, so these are all
No.
like crazy
dare
dreams.
you?
All of our. You're my Peter, Mel. I'm just kidding.
Okay, can I have our costumes?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic, I'm in.
Literally, I was about to be like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but we were talking about business. Okay,
Business.
and let's get serious.
Business.
Let's get serious. So there is a ton of very wealthy unemployed people in Port Charles right
So
now.
many of them.
Right, and there are plenty of companies waiting to be scooped up. So, first of all, when it comes to the whole Sidwell storyline, never did I think it would culminate in just dispersing his assets. Like I did not think that
so
this
weird.
is right. I never thought that would be the next chapter of Sidwell. And I was stunned, right? Because we have the Ashford trial going down. And then all of a sudden, we see Cody stepping into the courtroom to talk to Molly, who just finished a case.
Yes.
And this is how we learned that Sidwell took a plea deal.
Yes.
And it's also how we learn in passing that Maxie was drugged at Sidwell's hand and put into a coma.
I like that that came out, and we don't have this segment a
Mhm.
lot in passing, but definitely this week.
Okay. What did you like about it? I want to know. Because that was crazy to me. I'm like, this man has been caught for like so many crimes. You mean to tell me that you arrest Sidwell and then he decides, oh, you know what, guys? There's this one crime. This one crime I wanted added to my dossier. What?
It's so cool. You'll never guess how I did it.
Like, that part does not make sense to me, how that crime would be found out in any file.
Well, what I am thinking is that there's people around him that they're giving deals to as well, and that if they can kind of like divulge a lot of secrets, then they'll get less time than Sidwell. So that's kind of like how I made it make sense in my head. But I was hoping that there would be a bigger audience to this news and a bigger reaction to the news.
Yeah, I guess in the criminal world, that's called logistics coroner. You just want to avoid it. You just want to, okay, fine, I'll take it, even though I don't feel good about it. But it was really big news, and that's exactly the thing. Where is the reaction? I get that she's not there anymore,
Yeah.
but that was kind of a really big deal. Don't you think everybody should know?
I do. I really do.
And why? Why is it Cody asking why?
I know. He's the worst one to just be like chatting with. He's just like, okay.
Like, deception should know
They should know.
what this man did. So that was kind of crazy to have just come out in passing. So we learn about Sidwell. We learn a lot about his business. So again, we've got quite a few players here. So we have Sidwell's assets as a possible business venture, but we
Yes.
also have JJE.
Yes, you got it.
Thank you. I was really not sure. So who do you think is going to run what? Because I have like so many ideas, but what do you think?
I would like for there to be a trust bond so that Valentine can run JJE in the interim so that Joss has time to think he can make money and we know he's a good businessman. And then
Okay.
for Sidwell, it's a little confusing there because like there's Sunny in the mix, there's Valentine in the mix, but I think it's just like they're trying to throw us off and it's just going to be like all of Sunny's holdings and then Drew's going to get even more. Like we need another thing to fuel Drew's fire. So we need him to not get anything, right?
So I have so many thoughts.
Tell me
but
all of your thoughts.
they're not going to come to fruition because Michael right now is solving his problem on his own. Because I initially thought that if he were to ever seek out help from Drew, his
Mhm.
company would be some kind of a trade-off. But there's
Okay.
so much going on right now. So we have JJE and Sidwell's company. I just wonder what happened to Valentine because he had his own company too at one point. I didn't know if
Okay.
that was still up for grabs, but apparently not. But we have Aurora. It's without
Oh,
Curtis.
right. For 10 years.
Right. So we have Drew looking for businesses. Sunny's looking for a next chapter. Valentine is going to stay out of Sunny's way. So I agree that like Valentine, like he's trying not to touch the peers, but he is looking for some of Sidwell's assets.
Yes.
But if he really is trying to stay out of Sunny's way, he won't be involved in Sidwell's assets.
Exactly.
But it would be good if he was involved in Sidwell's assets so that him and Jordan can work together.
For Drew and Jordan to work together.
No, for Valentine and
Valentine.
Jordan to work together.
That man has a spark with everybody. It is ridiculous.
Valentine?
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. But with Jordan, this is what I felt. When she was working with Sidwell, she loved the money. She was not
Yes,
shy
she
about that.
did.
That's why when Curtis was saying like, "Oh, would you want to work for me?" I'm like, "Where's the money,
Ew.
honey? She's not going to work for you.
Exactly.
I think she's above your pay grade at this point." But when it came to Sidwell, she really did enjoy working for him. She loved the money. It's just that I feel like Valentine could be the partner she wished because the whole point was she was undercover with
Right.
Sidwell. So I really do feel like business-wise, that's like an excellent relationship.
Okay, but wait. I do agree with you.
Mhm.
agree with you. But we also need an opportunity for Jordan and Drew to be close or get closer
Well,
while
hello?
Curtis is away.
Hello, they had a meet cute. They had a reunion. He came
Same.
over to the table. They said hello. Curtis is going to prison.
That's all we need? Okay, we don't need a company to bring them together.
No, he doesn't have friends, and neither does she. Like, Anna's
That's so
back,
true.
sure, but I
But she's got her
mean,
own friend.
But-
Permanently.
which one?
Anna has her own friend permanently,
Oh,
Peter.
yeah.
She doesn't need company.
Well, I mean, if you look at, let's say, what happened after the trial, Jordan went to the garden thingy at the Metro Court to have a drink.
Yes.
And I mean, Drew's been spending a lot of time there. Everybody's spending a lot of time there. There's definitely been a lot of
Yeah.
socializing. So I could easily see them bumping into each other. But again, business storyline. So it really depends, right? What business does Drew land, if he lands any? Okay. Because from what we're understanding, he has a lot of holdings. And so we have like Drew, we have Sunny, and we have Valentine. But again, we also have Jason looking for a job.
Oh my gosh, you read my mind. His
Mhm.
whole, like, listening to his next chapter and what he wants to do in his career path, and when Carly brought up the Quartermains and
What he-
potentially ELQ.
What? They literally walked us through that.
I
Hey,
know.
what about ELQ? I think this, and this. Whatever your next chapter may be, wink, wink. So, of course, I see Jason working with the Quartermains, but I could see how maybe working with Michael will feel a little less overwhelming for him.
Of course.
So I can see him getting his feet wet in Aurora. So it's still the family business, but not full-blown Quartermain stuff. And maybe that will make him more interested in ELQ. So it's possible that Jason could find himself at Aurora, which would also make Drew angry. So that's the thing. Also to consider with all these businesses is that you have two men that are supposed to be coming out of the mob. You have Jason and you have Sunny. But they still need to remain rivals. So
Right.
So if Jason is at Aurora, it still keeps that animosity between him and Drew. And with Sunny, they're just going to be business rivals. So
Yes.
again, Sunny may be getting like a lot of Sidwell's holdings that Drew had wanted.
I'm loving all of it, to be honest, because I'm like, where do the storylines go and what happens if there's no more mob storyline? But like, we've had business storylines. We've had storylines that do not revolve around the mob, and they
Yeah.
were absolutely entertaining.
So the thing about JJE. Okay. So what I thought would have been cool is Michael, mostly because it's not just about Jocelyn, but he has a
Yes.
relationship with Jax, and Jax was his stepfather, and there's definitely that influence. We had that scene ages ago where he talks about, having a bit of Jax and Sunny and Jason and like Carly and all of these like people who's influenced him. So I think there's something kind of nostalgic about Michael. I'm in like again, Jax would never want Jason touching his company with a
No,
10-foot
right?
pole.
Mhm.
I could see Drew because of his hatred for Sunny and Jason. I'm not saying it's something Jocelyn would hand over to him like at all.
It's more of like, I could see him overhearing something, getting to know that other high maintenance dude that's following Joss around. Maybe Drew has a conversation with Jax and they bond over their hatred for Sunny. Like, I could absolutely see that kind of happening as well.
Yeah, like somehow he can end up with it. But I also love the idea of Valentine helping out Jocelyn because of their WSB connection. And as much as Jocelyn wants to deny it, there is like a budding bond with them. And like Valentine wants that. And even when they were discussing the company with him there, he says, may I offer some advice? And she said, yeah. Like she leaned in and she wanted it.
Yeah, I like that.
All of that helped me be less annoyed when she's like, Mom, did you do it? I'm like, you know your mom. She would tell you anything to your face. So if she's surprised by this news, it means she didn't know. And if you're a WSB agent, you should know things, especially a woman that you lived with for so long.
Well, this is where I struggle. And I think it's interesting the way they're depicting it. Like she could be a CEO. She's a WSB person. She wants to get back in the field. But she was stomping like a toddler,
Yeah.
not using any of her skills because at the end of the day, that's her mom. She wants her approval and she wants things to go back to the way they used to be. It cannot. It can just grow. It can change. It can evolve. But she just comes in on the attack and it is a toddler stomping, and I find it quite hilarious.
Well, adulthood is hard, so I can see how like that space is Jocelyn getting to be her kid self, her daughter self with her mom, which is sweet. So that's still there between them. But she also goes to complain to Brennan. She's telling everybody about, I have this company and I can't. And she's telling Brennan, maybe I should take it because she's trying to get him to put her back in the field. There, I was so annoyed with her, him constantly. Oh, I can't believe I'm defending Jack. But I feel like she puts him in these bad positions where she pushes him to do things that he really doesn't want to do when he's really conflicted when it comes to her. She's not an everyday agent to him. He does care about her and
Yes,
he
he
is trying to
does.
protect her. So it does bother me because I feel like to a degree, he does care about her and have good intentions with her. So sometimes I feel like she really makes it difficult.
Oh, 100%. Like, he definitely sees her as somebody to be protected. I
Yeah.
I love that he's looking into this because all of it is very weird. Like, all of a sudden, your
Yeah.
dad disappears on his trip that he's always wanted to take, and he's completely unreachable. Like, that's bonkers to me. Like, it makes no sense. But one of my favorite lines came out of that scene. He's like, "You're dismissed." She's like, "From
Yes.
breakfast?"
Yes.
The best, the best.
That was so good. That was so good. At that point, I wish Brendan had told her, just go work for your dad then, just to see what she would have done.
Truly.
What you pointed out, the fact that Jack is looking into it, that was really interesting because I don't know if Jocelyn's picking up on this, but
No.
because of her new identity, it means anybody she touches could be in danger.
Yes.
I just find this so hilarious and ironic because she is becoming everything she hates about Sunny.
Yeah,
Everyone who
totally.
touches you is in danger. It's like, yeah. Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
the whole point, right? You can be a good guy or a bad guy, two sides of the same coin in terms of danger. Yes, there's like a morality thing to it all, but it's just interesting, all of the danger being brought here. And also, bad dad guy, what's up with that? So, from what we're understanding with the storyline, is that this girl had a baby and had to hide it from the dad. And we got the impression from Ethan that the dad is a really, really bad guy.
Apparently, he's just a really annoying guy.
I don't know. He hit Ethan, Mel. He hit him. Then they seem like friends, and then no, I'm just confused about the status of that relationship. But yeah, not sure what's going on with that guy, but Jocelyn did have one of my favorite lines
Tell me.
when she told him, just sit back and wait for this rich girl to make her pick.
Yeah, it was good. It was
It was
good.
really good. I have to give it to her. She's a lot of things, but that was a really good line. And part of me did like that she didn't back down from that identity because it came up with Cassius, you being an heiress. And
Yes.
people thinking, well, you're too soft to be doing what you're doing. You're a brat. You don't put work into it. So I kind of enjoy it that she is trying to stand her ground, even though it's really annoying every time she says WSB and I'm an agent.
It is annoying, but I am enjoying her journey. Like, she's found her place. It's just about, like, growing into her place and not her mission, her last one, it was self-appointed. Now she's ready to get back in the field, but I like what Brennan said, like, it feels like you're not being a human being. Like, what you did should impact your soul. Yes, I understand that this is bigger than you and what she wants to do, but if she keeps pushing too hard, she won't be an agent for long.
I kind of agree with you because she's somebody who's likely to go rogue like a lot. And I don't know if she can ever really get in line and be an agent and mature as one. But that's
Yeah.
kind of the fun of this. I know it for a
Yeah.
lot of people, the WSB thing was like out of left field, but I am enjoying it because I think that has got to be cool if you're the person playing Jocelyn, like as the actor,
Right?
because you would never think that your character would take such a 180 like that. So I do
Exactly.
think it's really cool that they just chucked it there and we're just watching it unfold because again, like you said, is she going to make it as an agent? We don't know. But do you know what's funny is that we do believe that with Jocelyn that her journey is sort of like most people on the show, right? Moving away from that black and white thinking and being a little bit more in the gray.
Yes.
And we know that for her, she has very fixed views on Sunny and the people who raised her. Again, I love it. It's an exaggerated story. That's everybody's story, right? Your view of your parents or these like, rigid ideas you hold of the people that raised you. And then you get older and you understand a different perspective and you're a little less mad and a little more understanding. And
Yes,
I think
exactly.
it's so cool how that's being told just through like the mob, the WSB, but it's still that parent-child relationship and not fully understanding and disagreeing with decisions because you have not lived enough life to maybe be put in certain positions to make choices you never thought you would make.
Exactly. No, I love that. Somebody's also being put in positions that they don't really know what to do with. How quickly did that storyline come out? Drugs, murder. What did you think about all that? I
Okay,
was It was wild.
Okay. First of all, I think her high is hilarious.
It was beautiful. She booped him on the nose. They had such vibes.
Look, the moment I saw that, I was like, well, that's a wrap on Jacinda. That's, I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't drug Willow and have Michael stay with you. Like, that's insane.
But they put too much time into that scene. I was actually shocked at how many scenes they had during the breakup and him explaining to her why this is not good.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it was a gentle farewell. What can I say? She got a decent breakup. That
Fair
was her
enough.
fault. Like, that was interesting for me to watch because when Michael and Willow were getting together, her old version of herself, right? Very Lila-ish. She's certainly not that. We've talked about her and Michael more as like an Alan Monica. But I do remember when he was dating her, he would talk a lot about his upbringing and he would talk a lot about Sonny and Carly. And when I would look at him, I'm like, well, no, like I don't. You and Willow, you're tame. Like
Yeah.
I don't see him kind of having that. But I do a little bit. I do a little bit in terms of how bad things have gotten.
Yes. Okay.
Right? Because Sonny and Carly aren't together now. I don't know if they ever will be. And I know that Monica and Alan were on and off, but I feel like he's got a lot of those relationships there and a lot of possibilities. Like, I think a lot about AJ and Carly. Like, when original AJ came back from the dead, she slept with him and Monica walked in on it, I believe.
No.
So
Okay.
I said this before that like I can see hate sex in their future, not a getting back together or anything like that, but definitely that chemistry. And we literally just saw before our very eyes that being
Yeah.
introduced. And we didn't really know where this would go, right? Drew's drugging came out and they blackmailed their way out of this. Now we have like Michael learning that Willow shot Drew, like Trina and Kai. For Kai to say like she's been really erratic, like the kids aren't
I
staying with her, I was
know.
like, that's craziness because he's reliable. He's a known
Exactly.
figure in Port Charles and he put that stuff in an affidavit. So again, none of this is going how we expected. Obviously, I think her downfall is going to be a slow one. I
Yes.
hope it'll be worth it, this slow burn, but something is now possible. One of my wishes is now still in play. Okay?
Okay, tell me.
So the
Remind
wish
me.
I had that was still in play was Chase's bond with Willow growing,
Yes.
right? Maybe having a crush, or maybe they do start something, but then still finds her about with Michael. Because you know how he feels about Michael. And
Yes.
that Willow could do better. So imagine feeling like, you know, he gets her and he's like the only one there for her. And that Michael is so horrible because she's likely to tell him this over and over. And then he's checking on her more and more. And then he shows up one day and sees Michael and that he slept with her. And maybe he doesn't even have to cheat. Maybe his acting cheated on is enough for Brooklyn to be like, this is crazy.
I'm loving that so much because we were thinking, okay, what's going to happen with the adoption? But the adoption has passed. So, like, we're in a different zone right now of their relationship where they're like closer than ever. Blah, 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 blah. But this, I can literally see it playing out where he looks through the door and he realizes there's a window. And then he sees them through this glass window and they're like on the couch or something, like half naked or something.
Yeah, and he's mad. I mean, I hope he walks in. Like, I hope he's so angry. He doesn't just stomp
They're like, "Get
away.
back to her." And she's like, no.
But that I just don't know what he'll do. And I mean, in terms of a couple being so strong, they say it too much that you know that they're not. Like, that's the
Yeah, I
thing. They're stronger than
know.
ever. They're better than ever. The rough patch is over. I'm like, nope, not when you bring Willow to them. No.
So, what do you think of Michael's plan to keep her close? Was that what you were expecting?
What?
Me neither. I was like, wait, what?
I mean, it was so like dark and crazy, and
Right?
it was so fun to see him back in control because that was her whole thing. She said to her mom, like, I have him. Like, she felt like she had like won over on Michael, and that she had the smoking gun and a drug test. I'm like, all this feels so deja vu, right? Drew's blood test never proved anything. It just proved that he had drugs in his system, just like hers did. And she was just so outraged. Like, they drugged me. They drugged me. And then I read this comment and I died. Wander with it, as he said, it's funny how appalled Willow is at being drugged, given she was drugging Drew and Jack Brennan for months.
Everything about Willow now that she's it's so funny, right? Like,
It
what was
is.
it that she said? Like, she still doesn't understand custody. She's like, well, I've been drugged, so I get the kids now. I'm like, no, you have to go to court and
I
then
know.
you deal with custody with a judge. I'm like, she still doesn't understand custody. She blamed Michael when he got custody from a judge. And now she's like, well, I'm self-appointed.
Obrecht told her, don't you know how laws are made? Like, you should. But with her, that's the thing. Like, one time she went over like some kind of custody agreement about a trip and they formalized it. But you had one conversation. Like, I was supposed to pick them up. Or when she shows up and says, I'm taking them right now. And I'm like, well, no, because the moment you do, Michael can just say, hey, breach.
Exactly. Kidnapping. She kidnapped my kids.
Yeah, like that happens all the time. So yeah, there was nothing. It was, again, I think it was her very last power trip.
Yeah.
Her very last power trip. So when he confronted her, I'm thinking, okay, like, she is showing her cards a little bit, right? She was like, okay, like, who said it? I don't know. Like, I don't do double jeopardy. I love that Michael pointed out, yeah, double jeopardy's a thing. You're not going to go to jail for it. But I don't know. How do you feel about like your constituents and families and friends knowing that you did? Like, I get that you're not going to jail, but everybody will know.
Exactly. And then the family court thing that he said, he's like, well, this will still help me in family court.
I love that. Look, I think he played it well. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I don't want to sit through another kid court,
No,
family court
same.
thing. And he really is putting the kids first. Like, at the end of the day, like, when he was telling her, Wiley was so happy and the scenes were cute. She was bending down, being like, come on, we're a family. And I was thinking that too, because, oh yeah, that was probably why I thought Sunny and Carly a little bit when I saw them, was when he found out what Jacinta did, he was like, well, she's the mother of my child. Like, of my children. So it wasn't even at that point about the fact that the kids were with her. It was really about Willow, and you could tell. It was like, hey, I don't like her, but no, I'm not going to go harm her.
Exactly.
So that I found a bit Sunny Carly of him. And so to me, it definitely showed, yeah, you're solidifying a bond. And I know Jacinta was upset, but I mean, she got off easy. Most of Michael's girlfriends die. So she's doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good. And so, yeah, I can definitely see that stronger bond, those two.
Yeah, big time.
Can you imagine the drama? Because I do think at some point they're going to be married again.
I feel it. I'm feeling it. I feel like, oh yeah, especially that like high scene. Like you had said it, so the seeds were already there. I was looking at it differently, and then they just threw it in our face. I was like, oh, okay, I'll be.
So, like, of course, I had no idea that he would have her move in. But at the end of the day, punishment for attempted murder, free housing, and you get to see your kids every day.
I know.
Let's not.
Exactly this. I'm like, and she's complaining. I'm like, girl, you were
Like,
gonna have meat and cooks and all the rest. Like, don't even.
and maybe I'm just being a little too logistics corner when I'm watching these scenes of Tracy complaining. But in my head, I'm like, but isn't she banished to the gatehouse? Like, what do you mean? Like, part of me was like, she was given the gatehouse. I don't think she was given access to the whole mansion.
Yeah.
So that's where I was thinking. I was like on my own power trip and I'm not even there. I'm like, who's going to see her? Who's going to see her, Tracy?
Okay, I like that.
That's what I was thinking. It's bad. Like, but my favorite, okay, she tried to whack him. She tried. Like, what were you going to do?
What the rolling pin?
And then he said something to her like, oh, who's going to come and save you now? Like, kind of outlining her whole, like, I need a man to come and fix everything. To be honest, oh, no, this is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. Because if you think about their bonding when she was high and that banter they had, I think she's going to like Michael controlling her and telling her what to do.
Ugh.
Like, I
Well, we
don't
have a
know.
lot in
Like,
store.
like I don't know what her problem was before with Michael, but I think I don't know. I think she's gonna. Yeah, I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be
She no, I'm truly excited about the storyline and to see what happens next. It's completely bonkers and wild, and I love it.
So the trial of the century happened.
Was it though?
No, it wasn't. But it was important to me. And for Curtis, he just did not
Yeah.
understand. He's like, "How come my self-righteousness didn't translate with the jurors? Like, I'm just not understanding why nobody saw things the exact way I saw it." He's like, I laid out the whole accident and everything. I was like, "Don't like him," you know? I said it. I said, "He provoked me. He made me do it." And they still thought, "Oh, you punched him."
Yeah, it
10
was so
years for
crazy.
punching someone?
I know that was wild. I was not expecting that.
But for me, the whole time, I just can't forget the fact that Jordan encouraged this. She encouraged
I
him.
loved that reel that you made.
Thank
Like,
you.
I love him. I don't really wanna break up with him, so this is the plan.
That's what I felt. I felt like she didn't have the like, and then she told him she was gonna wait. I'm like, "No, you're not.
No, no, you're not.
No, you're not." And I
Mm-mm.
know that in her mind, everyone's sticking to this 2-year thing because it's 10 years, but parole after 2.
Yes,
But when she said, "I'm gonna wait," I'm like, "You understand, like, yeah, he could make parole in 2, could be longer."
absolutely.
And again, in soap time, I don't think he'll obviously go the whole 2 years because, well, that, it's not good TV.
And Curtis and Jens will be in Pentonville together, which we learned today. What does that mean? Question mark. Don't know.
I don't know, but it doesn't look like Willow's joining them.
I know.
I'm not sure what that means for Curtis, but it was, like, really bad because part of me was like, they never really I don't know. Like, especially when it comes to this whole Curtis thing, all they do is make me angry. So I figure, "Oh, this guy is gonna, like, get off." Like, that's just what it's gonna be like, I don't even know because of how the trial went. But then he was legit found guilty, and then he was like, "Isaiah is gonna be a better father than me because 'cause he'll actually be there." I'm like, "Mhm."
That was my favorite, I'm not gonna lie.
It really was. I'm like, "We could bring the toddler to the glass if you want, but I still think Isaiah will do a better job." It's just a bit more hands-on that way. He
Yeah,
can be yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Or hand-on. He could be really hand-on with your with your baby.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Okay,
She told
have
him
you
it
ever
wasn't long. She told him that. She's like,
I know, that's why I was like, "Yep, she hates him."
She's like, "It's not a long time." And then when he told her, "Hey, I could take this plea deal of like 8 months," she's like, "That is insane. No." Why would that even be a thing? And I'm like, probably because it could be worse when you're guilty of something with a ton of witnesses.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yikes. And then what Trina said afterwards, she was like, "I can't believe now's the time I chose to go low contact." I was like, but it is good timing because Curtis is also going to go low contact.
But she was at Bobby's, like, she could go to her mom's house, but I love that joke. It was A1, I'm not gonna lie.
She like before I even thought of Curtis going low contact, I was just like, you understand that as a human person in charge of your own mind and body, you can like do what you want. You can
I
say low
know.
contact and then you can be like, meh, and do something else. Like I just couldn't with her. Like she
No,
had
it
me
was a
for a little
lot.
bit, but then she didn't. But now I wonder what's gonna go down because when she was talking with Brooklyn, did you notice her family bonding? She
Oh
was
my gosh, I
having
have it written
Din
down. Yes, with
yeah,
her new theme
Din
down.
with Gio and Brooklyn,
Chitty
like, but
and
the rest of the
Brooklyn.
cast. It's just with Emma, she's like, "Are you guys gonna, like, write again?" I'm like, I mean, does she not like,
She
where has
doesn't
it not come up that
understand.
they live together? Like, they live together.
I know, right?
Mhm, and they both have baby siblings. Maybe Trina's gonna be helping out with the baby because her dad's in jail.
Exactly. Yes, yes, and Emma's very scared of babies.
Very scared of babies. They should tell the babies to bark to make her comfortable. And and so but then she says, "My dad is gonna be obsessed with proving Isaiah wrong, and so maybe I should investigate," or something of the sort. I'm hoping she's too busy with, being a witness to Willow's shooting that she'll leave the whole find out Brooklyn did it thing.
but she's being watched, so I'm a little scared.
Oh, that was Willow, right? That was Willow? Like, once Michael told her everything,
Oh.
Willow was like, Kai, Trina. Like, that's the thing. Like, what's she going to do next? And, what's Nina going to do? Because that's the last straw where Nina stops soft parenting, if you could call it that.
Okay, so were they just throwing us off with the person with all of the Trina pictures on
Oh,
the
the
wall?
stalking. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that storyline. Like, why would I even remember that? Like, I'm just,
It was like 3
no,
weeks ago, and they never pursued it, so I was like, "Okay,
no, you're
maybe."
right. It's probably the stalker.
Okay, so we'll see where this goes. She's got a whole
Yeah.
lot going on for herself as well, apart from her dad going to prison and a new boyfriend, Gio, who's going to save her from the kidnapping.
Well, yeah, they're gonna bond even more while Emma pouts on the outside. Like, she's already made the breakup happen. She's fast forwarded this whole storyline, whereas Kai is like, all good, do you. Like, he's encouraging, right?
Yeah, it's very sweet.
What's not encouraging is Sunny and Justine. Like, I'm not sure what Sunny
Ugh.
expected. He's like, but if I'm legit, would you date me then? I'm like, I don't literally think she can. Like, she's a DA, and I don't think you can just be affiliated with known criminals.
No, but I also think she likes him being in the mob and being the bad boy
I
kind of
know.
thing too, a little bit, so that whole scene was like, bleh for me.
It's always a little like, why? Like,
Yeah,
what? To be
yeah.
honest, I thought she was there to like ask Sunny to help protect Curtis. I didn't think it was about Sidwell because I'm like, what do you care? Like,
That
what
would've
do you
been
care?
more logical.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, he's talked about the vacuum.
He did, finally.
He talked about the vacuum. So I'm just saying, this would be funny if, again, in Joss's journey, she's like, I want to protect the people I love. But now she realizes the consequence of Sunny not being a mobster anymore. Does it actually make her family and the city safer? And what if she finds, oh my gosh, there's bad guys out there worse than Sunny? So what happens with this vacuum? And I find it would be hilarious if Jocelyn ends up doing something in that area because she's already being a pseudo Jason. And
Yes.
then you have Michael, let's say, doing JJE. It would be really funny. Jax would
Def
not be happy.
No, not at all.
But Brennan asked the right person by asking Alexis. Alexis would do anything for Jax, and it's such an easy trade to have leverage over Drew.
I know, I love
Yeah.
that. That's one thing that I do appreciate. Oh my gosh, did we cover all the things and talk about all the stuff? Yes, we
Um,
did.
yeah. Don't know what Danny and Charlotte are gonna make up.
I'm scared, honestly.
I don't. And I want to say this. Lucy with Serena, all the Michael talk, and then saying we also should catch up. It's just super weird you wanting to pimp her out like that. When Serena is like, I think we're fine.
Yeah, I think that I like the stance that Serena is taking. It's very frustrating to watch Lucy try to manipulate her daughter based on love and family name and her business. It's
Yeah.
gross.
I agree. But also she seems interested in Jack.
I know. I kinda dig that because, like, what's Nina gonna do?
I
I wanna
don't.
see. I think it's just the catalyst to push Nina and Brennan closer together and for them to actually realize the way they feel in a real way.
I don't know. They're all so messy. They're
They
all
are.
so messy. And I think that Jack genuinely likes like Nina. He doesn't do like crimey things for just anybody.
Yeah.
But also calling Jack, the Michael situation is not an emergency, like at all. The
No, but
Michael
he went
war.
running, and I
Yeah.
love, though, that he said, like, "I'm tired. If there's any more bodies, like, I can't
I
handle burying
know.
anything today." Like,
I
so
know.
stinking cute.
It
Okay,
was
you know
good.
what? They get a cute star, Brennan
They
and
do.
Nina.
Yeah.
Carly and, Valentine in the kitchen cooking, they get an adorbs star. And Britt and Tristan, they had, like, I can't remember exactly what scene it was, but they were soups cute.
They have chemistry, the Carly Jason little moment as they try to live their
Yes.
lives. Molly and Cody, of course. Lots of stars, lots of stars.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What was your cutie pie moment of the week?
It's definitely Molly and Cody for sure.
I thought it was gonna be the moment where Britt called Anna useless and walked away. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
This is like a gold star. But yes, you can check out the Cutie Pie coloring book from our Instagram page. You can check it out on Amazon by searching the Cutie Pie coloring book or go to @CutiePieColoring to see some of the pages available.
Oh my gosh, guys, we covered all the things. We talked about all this stuff. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.